fella.
My man, welcome back,
How
Obes.
you doing, buddy?
Things are good.
Look at this. So, when I go back home, I stay in my childhood bedroom, right? Tight quarters, man. I got what's less than a queen? A double? Is that a bed?
Maybe.
Double bed?
Yeah, you don't want to dive into the twins.
It might be.
Maybe if you want. Twins are good.
Twins, Basil, twins. Depending on the twins, I may want to jump into twins. So I was checking out my room, and old Pitter had this Hockey Night in Canada towel.
What a towel.
So I figured, Updog's always got a good eye for the studio. I figured I'd bring her back. We're trying to go Pat McAfee style and make our studio,
Buddy, by the way, every Hockey Night in Canada towel comes with a story. What's the story with that one?
I don't remember this one. I don't know. Pitter,
Hopefully it hasn't been used as a Zamboni yet.
that's actually what I was thinking of. Fuck, here, babe. Here you go, babe.
Yeah.
But they're just good quality, huh?
Great quality.
Like, how good is a couple of my, I'm sure I've told it over the 4 years we've been doing this, but my first, you made the league moments was when Don Cherry talked about me at Hockey Night in Canada. All my boys texted me, holy fuck, Obes. I think it was with Matt Barnaby when Barnaby was sucked into a penalty or whatever, doesn't matter. And then when I got my first Hockey Night in Canada towel in Vancouver, that's when I was like, fuck, I'm in the league. So,
a little night with Scott Oak, little after hours.
Never did after hours. Never did after hours.
One of those.
But I'm going to put this over here, but I just wanted to kind of rock it early. You want to put it on?
It looks good. No, you're coming fresh off, just our listeners, you're coming fresh off a bird from Toronto. You're like the upshawl of 2000, circa 2022.
Yeah, I was
just coming in hot. You're doing great. You look good.
I should have left last night. I made a rookie move. I hung out with my nephews in the morning, took them skating, and then we had lunch, and then my sister's like, I'm going home. I'm like, I don't blame you. It's her day off. So I should have probably, because I was stressed, right? I get up, get to the airport, everything's going good, and then all of a sudden you get that text. You're delayed 20.
Ooh. That's okay. I've been there.
Don't lie and say 20 though. Like Air Canada, if you're listening, don't lie and say 20.
They ain't listening, I'll tell you that. They fucking don't listen to anything.
Just fucking say you're not getting out of here for an hour 15. Go have a dump and grab a coffee. Don't tell me 20 because you wait 20 ups. So I knew I was in one up. So I get there and it's still dark. You love flying early. I don't really love it. So I get there and no bird. So I'm like, here we go. And they had to tow the bird in from another gate. So they literally I've never seen this. You ever seen them tow the big bird?
Yeah, they grab the nose and just work it.
Just bring it in. Just bring it in. I'm going to take this off. It's just a little warm, but.
Let me ask you this, right off the hop, and while you're sitting there throwing that towel over our nice tailor-made Missin Curfew Masters bag, how are the boys? How's the youngsters' skating ability?
Wow. I mean,
huh? How's Porter's?
Porter and Smith.
Yeah.
So Porter's my oldest. He's 6. He's playing hockey. He's good little skater.
Is he?
Good little skater.
How often is he getting out there?
Fuck, he played Friday, Saturday, Sunday last weekend. I said, cool,
he's 6, probably a little mite.
It's an easy 3-on-3 and 3s. Eh? Let's not take the love of the game away from him early here. Fuck, eh? His skating's improved a lot. We got him a pair of rollerblades for last Easter. And he said, Uncle Shane, man, those rollerblades, they really help my skating. So he's skating great. We got to loosen the mitts up a bit. He's not ready for the half wall. Let's just say,
he's gripping the thing a little too tight.
Be a good PK guy.
Yeah, that happens early in the career. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to ease into it.
Easy, I said, fella. Just a little. And I tried to give him a couple pointers, and he's like, he didn't want to listen to me. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to listen to me either. And then Smith, first time on the ice, he loved it. Smitty couldn't really stand up, but it was great. Smith's they're animals ups. You should go home tonight to your beautiful baby girl, Izzy, and just give her a hug and a kiss because my sister, God bless her, I love you, cool, you're a great mom. I mean, it's 24/7, brother. These kids don't stop.
Beckham's out of his mind right now.
Yeah. Well, picture 2 Beckhams.
I can't.
No.
I can't. This kid gets me up every night at 3 times a night, man. I'm getting up. Thank God my
You're
angel,
like, I used to wake up 3 times a night, but it wasn't.
Yeah, my angel girl, but fuck, she let me sleep in this morning, but I slept till 9:30, man.
You got to. Rest is a weapon, but you got to listen to the body.
12:33 and then 5:30. This kid's like up and just
crying.
Fuck, his teeth are coming in. He's got the fangs. Like I think it's canines and the molars are coming.
Yeah,
I think it's at this 14-month age. It's not perfect.
Yeah, you'll respect this. So I was Smith's completely potty trained, 3 years old, completely potty trained.
That's
good. Sits on the toilet forever. Grab a piece,
just like his uncle.
Yeah, grab an iPad or fucking go old school with the old USA Today and check your fucking stocks, Smitty. But he said, I'm like, yeah, all right. So the one day, Grandma and Grandpa were running out. I've never changed a diaper in my life. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's not in the uncle contract. I said, Smith, you sure you don't have to go to the bathroom? If Grandma and Grandpa didn't get out the door, what does he do? Right to the shitter, takes a big shit. So I got to wipe his ass, right? So I wipe the smell up. I wipe his ass. 15 minutes later, back in there for round 2. Back to back. And the second one, bro, like, it looked like me after a weekend bed day. It wasn't like, I was like, oh, man.
What are you feeding this kid?
Like bananas, yogurt.
Yeah, he's just whatever he can get his hands on.
Yeah, but it was great.
Good for you, but uncle of the year.
Yeah, it's nice being the uncle.
I know it is.
Give him a kiss. Goodbye.
I started off like that. It was great. And then, but it's a blessing getting the real thing.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, let's talk. Good seeing you, buddy. I missed you. We went from hanging out to get each other for 4 or 5 days straight to I haven't seen you in about a week. Fella Tour, thank you to, well, first of all, A-Hall. Princey came in, thanks to those boys. But DraftKings, Labatt's, fucking Detroit. What a barn. Great barn.
What a barn.
Fans.
I used to say, I ain't going to Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, I went there and it was great. And it was nice to get on the road with you, get on that bird. Connection too, eh? We flew a little connection.
We did have a little connector.
A little Colorado connector. Not enough time for Elways, though, in Colorado Airport. But
your buddy.
Listen, we got in there late. We had a nightcap when we arrived Friday. Saturday, started off the festivities by our friends at DraftKings Sports and Social. It was nice to cruise in there, catch some games, catch some Michigan State fans doing their best impressions of losing money. I was.
I donated.
We donated. But shout out to the Bat crew. What a crew. Great sponsorship program they've got at the Little Caesars Arena. There's a Labatt Blue everywhere, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
No, there's no
ice
shortage of Labatt
cold
Blue.
drafts coming out of the
good fans.
Coming out of the taps. Good
Smart fans.
What'd you think of the barn, bud?
Great barn. I mean, it's still Joe Louis Arena, but we knew that going in. And I mean, you've played there, so you knew. But I was impressed with, I guess I should have known it, but how knowledgeable the fans were. Like, there was a couple of beauties sitting behind us, like, he's like, oh, good keep. When the guy kept it, he's like, oh, good keep. Get it deep. Or like just little things that I was like, they were making me laugh. And how about the one beauty that was at the DraftKings Sport and Social? I'm not going to remember his name, but
yeah, of course.
So we were talking about DeBrincat.
One that was lighting him up. In the parking
lot. Exactly. Yeah, I had a little puff ski with him. But he said, take the cat. The cat's coming in. He's going to get an opportunity. Well, I know we're going to get to that. But anyway, shout out to him because I took DeBrincat. Anytime goal scorer for plus 5,000, which
he hit the
sitting
post
on the fucking line, and then whoever banged it in, I think it was Sprong maybe, or whoever banged it in. But then I took him first time goaler, for $5,000. I took him anytime goal, and he scored. I won $1,000. So to that beauty out there, you know you are. Sorry, I forget your name, fella. I was drunk as a skunk, but he won me some money up, dog.
Well done.
Yeah.
No, it was good. And by the way, I had a backdoor beyond backdoors on that.
Oh my God, man! You had the empty.
Well, the best thing about the DraftKings Sportsbook app, for a lot of things, the interface is great, but this live betting. So we get a power play late. Tampa does, right? They're down 2.
Yeah.
I think it was 5. No, it was 4-2. Okay, 4-2, maybe
something like that.
4-2. They get a power play while they're on the power play, and I think Cooch had it on the half wall. I'm trying to hit over 8.5. Okay, so I'm hitting over 8.5, and I'm like, this means that if Tampa can score, that an empty netter wins me my bet. I needed 2 goals. There was 8 minutes left. Yeah. And I'm like, as soon as I click it to get in, and I think it was like, 200 to win, 550 or something. It was good odds.
Yeah.
As soon as I click it, fucking the puck goes in the net, and I'm waiting to see if
Hedman, right? Was it Hedman that ripped it in there?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if my app cleared it, and boom, accepted. Then all I need is one more goal. They're down 1, so there's empty net pulled, right? I needed 1 goal in the last 7 minutes, and sure as shit, with fucking 0.8 seconds left, I got like a Larkin empty netter that just happened. It was beyond.
Yeah. So the way you were feeling is how guys out there that bet the puck line know.
Yeah.
That's exactly how a puck line bet feels, where you're just begging for an empty netter, and you got it with less than a second to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for all those bad beats that you've been taking, there's one back for you.
Totally.
Yeah.
But all I needed was the over. So they could have tied it too, and it would have been great. Puck line, you got to go just the one way to get the empty netter. I just needed either a tie in the last 9 minutes or an empty netter in the last little bit, and it just so happened. But it set the mood for the evening. Boys went out, had a nice steak dinner. That was nice.
You were hungry. You were hungry, hey?
Well, boys had a girl.
I wasn't hungry.
No.
Fucking, I was thirsty. You're like, you want to go eat? I'm like, not really. I don't fucking want to eat. I want to fucking go have a couple.
What was that, Prime and Proper?
Prime and Proper.
What a steakhouse downtown Detroit.
Yeah, shout out to back in the day. I guess we talk about the Roxy a lot. We talk about the Elbow Room a lot. I guess the bar back in the day was the Post Bar. That's where like these guys from the Wings, I don't know if they still go there. But
Like
your
the
buddy,
Osgoods of the day.
who was your beauty buddy that came?
My boy Seth.
Yeah, he told me.
Seth and his daughter. His daughter's a great little hockey player. We had Princey get some videos of her. We're going to highlight her stuff. She plays for the Little Caesars in Detroit. She's 13. She's bad ass. So we're going to do a little highlight video of her. But Seth was like, you boys got to go have a steak and bottle of wine at this place. And we sure did.
We had a few bottles of wine.
We sure did. Nice ones too.
We had a few bottles of wine. Hey, it's a fellow tour, eh? Back at it. You got to treat yourself good. But yeah, so Detroit was unbelievable. Great fans, good people. You're going to touch on the Red Wings a little bit more when we get going into the rundown a little bit more. But the fellow tour, it just kept chugging. It kept fucking chugging along. I was hurting on that plane, man. Hurting.
Well, the next morning.
Oh,
We're to Toronto.
Oh, it's
it's not too bad.
I was hurting, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just hurting. Got in, went down. Shout out to our boy Chappie. Let us stay at his place that he had vacated because the season's over. Still not over it. But let's start right first with our boy Travis. If you want to talk about going to a game and just keeping the buzz going, there's no better setup in the league than Travis has. You get in the Platinum Club, you get your same table up dog for the whole game. How much of a game changer is that?
Yeah. 5:30 dinner. So sit, have dinner for an hour. Nice bottle of Rouge, whatever you want. A little espresso martini if you're feeling up for it. And then you go out you can either go for warm-ups, come back. Anyway, we go out, see the anthem, see puck drop, watch the first period. Right after it's over, you kind of come underneath. And for anyone that's ever, been to Toronto, or for the players listening, we're walking right past you guys as you guys walk. We're walking past you guys. We get back in the Platinum Lounge. As you said, our waiters already got our new set of
My
drinks
cocktails
on the
are
table.
there.
Yeah. 5 cocktails are there. We're ready to rock.
Max,
and
you'd
roll.
have been fucking hammered.
You don't waste a single second. You're either watching puck or you're getting drink. You're getting drinks.
And there's a pisser right on the way. I mean, it was the ultimate. I mean, because you go to a game.
That's
sometimes.
where all those Toronto fans are when you start of periods. They're fucking sitting under there still getting drunk.
I understand now. I'll never chirp the Platinum people about not hustling out for the opening face-off.
Why would you?
When you're sitting there with a nice espresso martini, you got an old-fashioned coming that they're going to put in your glass and just you take to your seat.
Yeah.
It's a dream, Uppy. I don't have to drink beer. I can just drink my old-fashioned right out of the nice glass.
I hear you, man.
Was it not a great experience?
Thanks, Trav.
Travis, you're the man. You're a national. You're beyond national.
Beyond.
And then to just top it off, we had the Leafs and the over. Mitch Marner, nice effort there for the boys. Way to really fucking dig in. But anyways, our boy Corey Perry, you spawned him first.
Yeah. It was his first period, and Perry's a lot like myself back in the day, probably like you. At TV timeout, we're out on the ice, we're kind of wheeling around, seeing who's in the crowd, right?
It's the best part of the game almost.
Well, I seen him kind of come over in the corner. We're 5 rows up. We're the only guys probably paying attention to the Blackhawks.
We're the only guys wearing leather jackets.
Yeah. So I stand up and I point at him. And I basically make a fool of myself. I'm standing up and I'm Paris, and I'm pointing at him, and he looks up, and I kind of spook him a bit. And then I'm like, okay, he knows we're here. And then next period, I was talking to my old agent, Pat Morris, just shooting the shit with him. I was on my way out to the bar. You guys went out in the seats.
Does he know he's called Pat the Rat, or does he not know that? Does he know?
I think he does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He probably takes that name with it's like a feather in his cap for an agent, right?
I'm sure he does, yeah. Especially if you ask all these GMs over
Exactly. That's what I mean.
100%.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, we're shooting the shit, and then I get out there, and you're like, fucking Paris just looked over and smiled at the boys like he knows we're here.
Well, I was trying to take a picture. It was a power play. Out came
Yeah.
Bedard and his unit, which Paris is on. And I was going to take a picture of Bedard and Matthews, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I want a picture of Paris in front of the net. And as I was, I'm not great at it. I fumble fucking in, the whistle goes in, and as I'm going like this, Paris is just like smiling at me. Right?
Picture turn out.
I didn't even get it. I fucked it up because I started laughing when he saw me. Like he's just like looking at me like that. And by the way, Ryan Getzlab, this whole time I've been texting Corey Perry thinking like, fucking, what did I ever do to Paris? Like, I knew this kid. We got drafted in the same draft. We used to have the summer camps. We played our rookie years together. I would see him throughout our career. Like, fuck, I thought me and Paris were tight. I can't believe he's big leaguing me. Ryan Getzlab gave me the wrong number. So, Getzy, tighten it up. But anyways, Paris texted me after. I mean, Barry Trotz used to say this about the hockey gods ups. The hockey gods gave Paris a breakaway right in front of us. He goes, posted in, points at the boys, and next thing you know, it's trending fucking in Canada. Like, who is Pear's talk? And me and you are just the drunkest guys in there. And we're thinking, this is great, right? Like, and I wanted to say this because, we've come a long way here at Missin Curfew, but a lot of Missin Curfew fans at the game. So thank you for A, listening, and B, saying what's up, because I love that shit.
Yeah,
man.
that makes us,
that's good, right?
Puts a smile on the boys' faces, and that's what we're doing this for.
Exactly.
I mean, at the beginning, we didn't even think anyone was listening, so it's nice to know you guys are. And it just so like I seen the play develop. By the way, before he got the puck on his stick, I was kind of already standing up, going breakaway, and he got it, and I'm like, this is fucking Pears in Toronto. He's a guy that scores big goals, man, at the right time. And how many eyes were on that game, by the way? Right, Connor's first game in Toronto.
Buddy, tons.
We'll talk about his family being there and being on this road trip, but it's it was a pretty special game, pretty special moment.
Yeah, and I forgot how much they hate Perry in Toronto, right? I just forgot all about the Tampa series.
Took him out with Toronto.
Yeah, and Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Like, they just hate Pears there. So when he did point at us, we got a couple stank eyes from some fans, like, like, who the fuck Corey Perry, but. The guy who gave him the pass was the kid. I'm going to butcher his name. Kevin Korchinski, number 55.
Great pass.
Saucy.
Yeah.
Saucy.
Great pass.
If you give Corey Perry a couple strength, a couple of a look at that, I mean, he's still got sick mitts.
Yeah.
That was posting in Spinky.
Yeah, that pass, I'm sure Perry is going to take that kid out for dinner a little bit this year. He's going to be his new little wingman.
For sure. And then I just wanted to touch on, we talk about old NHL, new NHL, and maybe I am an old crusty fucking washed up defenseman, but who are the two guys? We were waiting to see Pears. You're talking about it coming through. Who are the two guys that stopped to sign autographs out of the whole fucking Blackhawks team?
The two goddamn legends. Nick Foligno and Corey Perry. Only two guys. And I'm actually going to say this. Connor Bedard came by, and there was a couple little kids in front of me. I don't want to say this guy. I like the kid.
I know.
He went to give the kid his stick, and he pulled it back. No. And I was actually like, this is not perfect.
Come on, Connor. You're better than that.
It's not perfect.
These kids are there for you.
You got a lot of twigs. You just beat the Leafs.
Yeah.
This was like a couple young kids wearing Chicago Blackhawks jerseys. They were all there actually to see Perry. They love Perry.
What's not to love?
A couple of them were like, Corey Perry, you guys know him? We're like, yeah, fuck, you just pointed to us out there. But anyway, Bedard, give him the twig.
Give him the twig.
Just give him the twig.
Stop and sign. You just beat the Leafs. You were fucking...
I mean, he's doing enough. Don't talk to the media. Those guys are painful. Stop and talk to little kids who love you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, and by the way, you were 3-1 underdogs. You go in there and beat the fucking Leafs. I know it's a Monday night, but still, sign the fucking autographs for the boys.
I didn't like the pull away. I actually thought
I know you. I saw it too. I was like, I like that you're calling him out on it because as a good veteran guy that you are, Ups, first overall or not, he's still a rookie puke. You got to keep him honest.
I know. Just whatever, man. Give your stick away.
Totally. What was I going to say?
It's not like it was your first NHL goal stick.
No, I know. He did score. Typical Connor Bedard fashion, he did score opening night at Madhouse, right?
Power play.
Right down the Broadway.
See, that's the shot we talked about.
You could have buried that one.
I know, but...
No, you could have buried that one.
I know, but you and I were talking, like, he's had this... He's supposed to be known as a sniper, right? And he's gotten great positions to shoot pucks, and he hasn't quite yet, like, found that, Lupul, Ovechkin, I'm in the slot with the puck, it's going in the net. That was, okay, call it whatever. You probably could have scored it. I could have scored it. Between the dots. I would have missed. But that's the shot that we're expecting to see Connor Bedard get and him to score on numerous times. That's why he's going to, he's going to have to score those to be 40, 50 goal guy.
Yeah, those ones he's going to bury. That was right down the pipe. I mean, he was licking it. You could see what he got. He was like, yeah. Like you and Hyde back in the day. He's licking his chops to get some good real estate out there. But the last thing on our little intro here, these skate blades Ups. We're going to talk some NFL and some MLB here in the intro too, but we're on hockey. I'm going to stick with it. These new skate blades. I was out of the league before these new ones come in. Were they still there when you were there? Did you have them?
Yes, they were. And when we talk about new skate blades, just the clicky click.
Yeah, clicks in, clicks out.
Yeah, little gray thing on the back. It's actually hard to do by yourself. You need the trainer to get in there, little elbow grease.
Yeah, I get it. And there was nothing worse, especially when I was in junior in the American League, when I was, playing power play, you'd lose an edge and then they get a penalty and you're sitting there waiting for your skate to come. You're like, fuck, I should be out there on the power play right now. Yeah. Now, I see these guys like Savard. I know he blocked like 6 fucking shots. He's hurt because of it, but his skate blade went flying. In the first couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of guys, especially PK guys, lose their blade, and they're out there like a fucking deer on ice, and they can't, like, I don't know, Uppy. Maybe just go back to fucking taking your boot off, and do you want to be out there with a broken fucking skate? I don't know.
I'm a complete opposite to this.
What if it costs you a big goal because you don't have a ski plate?
Yeah, but I was so bad at my blades getting nicked and like, a stone could not fix it. Yeah, so I needed a quick change. I did, what if it's just a little nick on the post, but every time you turn right, it's screwed. So what are you going to waste 2 shifts? Like what if it's your best player and he's not able to get out there? The odds of the blade falling out, let's just fix the fucking blades falling out. Yeah. Little nicks, remember those nicks? Those nicks were brutal.
Yeah. We have to yell down, trainer, stone, outside,
right side, right side.
You guys sharpen these fucking things or not? Who's fucking sharpening these fucking things?
Right? But that was the way.
But what if you're a PK guy? You have the old school blades, and if you're Austin Matthews and the boys, you get the little snap in.
There you go.
I don't know. I just see and then these poor bastards are out there with no blade, and they're trying to get to the bench, and they can't get to the. It's got to be a tough feeling. No,
the brutal feeling.
So, you like it? I don't like it. Well, we'll ask Frosty.
Yeah,
Frosty, what do you think about the new blades, buddy? Let us know. NFL football up, dog. I won my fantasy. Listen, I'm going to pat myself on the back here. I'm going Larry Flowers style. I had my running back out, my starting receiver out, and I had Deebo Samuel hurt. So I was working the waiver wire. Mahomes it off for me. The guys I picked up, big win for me. That's all I'm going to say.
Attaboy.
Big fucking win for me. Needed it with some – because I talked to you about fantasy. When you start getting injuries and buys, you look at it, it's not fun. You're like, who do I get?
Yeah.
Like, who do I get? I found a way.
I found a way too. I didn't even get 100 points, but my boy Jack Eichel must have had a game Sunday afternoon because he dressed Metcalf.
I know. I saw that.
I saw that late. I said, man, he's got Metcalf.
You didn't text him and let him know.
I didn't see it until I went on the thing and looked.
I wouldn't have texted him either.
I just figured he had to play. He's got more important things to do than try to beat my ass. And finally, I'm 3-4.
It's funny.
It's not perfect.
It's funny you said that. Like, one of us should win, right? The guys that are in our league that are still playing in the National League, like, they're busy. Well, we should be beating these guys. Like, we got nothing better to do. We should be beating them in fantasy.
I agree.
Speaking of DraftKings, I had some good bets. I took the Pats at home getting the points. They almost fucked it up. Chiefs, Patty Mahomes, Taylor Swift. I mean, and now you got Patty Mahomes' brother in there with them. That fucking guy. He's in there doing the handshake.
Isn't he that loose cannon?
He's in there doing the handshake with them now.
Oh, man.
It's getting too much. You see, Travis Kelce had to buy a new $6 million shack because
well, that's what we talked about originally.
It's already costing them money. It's costing them money.
Yeah, I think he's just going to make it up on the back end there. He's got about 10 different sponsorship deals.
He's going to go upshaw, just start dumping loads. I'll get you on the backside here.
Who knows what he's doing.
And then I had the Birds. Can I talk to you about those Kelly green jerseys, man? Are they not fucking...
They look actually the same color as that TaylorMade bag.
God, are they nice?
They're nice.
I think
what a helmet, too.
Man, they got to bring those back. I text Flowers. I said, listen.
Yeah, you knew they were going to come out shit-kicking with that jersey on. There's no chance they lose a game like that at home with those.
Not with those unis.
I agree.
And then
they look good.
Did you watch the Monday Nighter or were you watching baseball? Shout out to Billy Quinn, the Texas Rangers. I knew back in when they came in and beat Toronto probably 2 months ago now, they swept us, how good they could hit. Didn't look good after Game 5. Character wins. Game 7 is tonight with the Phillies. How about this, Updog? They've never had a Game 7 in the history of the Philadelphia Phillies. Is that not crazy? Never had a Game 7 till tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'd much rather I'd like to be at home. I'd like to have Bryce Harper and the boys' bats for the Phils.
Yeah.
In a night like this. It's going to be a chilly night in Philly. Chilly night.
For baseball, I took the Phillies in the series at -200, so I need them. But like Texas, Philly would be a much better World Series. But for us, like Texas, Arizona, if you're talking about just straight up partying, you get Dallas and Scottsdale. How's that for a World Series?
Great.
Solid tour. Here we come.
I know.
Billy Quinn, buddy, you're going to be Dallas right to fucking Billy.
Still Texas. Golf both places.
It's a great World Series from a fun factor.
That's close for us. Maybe we go to Arizona.
I think we're going if they win. I think the Phillies get it done.
I hope the Phillies get it.
I know you do. I know
Phillies are a great team.
I love Bryce.
They deserve it. They were back there last year. I mean, they're back again.
I love Bryce Harper.
I know, man.
I love him. Last but not least, on our little intro here, right there, Port Hope Golf and Country Club at Penryn Park. Listen, Uppy, this is where I grew up. My mom would drop me off at 9 o'clock in the morning and pick me up at 4 o'clock. Give me enough money for a hot dog and a fucking Coke and call her a day.
Same here, brother.
The greens were like putting on the 405 when I grew up. They were fucking terrible. It was a goater. It was awful. I've heard about all this good stuff, so Pitter wanted to play. Shout out to Christian Erickson. He's a big fan of the podcast. We went and played Port Hope. Had a little Ireland feel to it, buddy. I would bring you there. you're one of the most nationally guys I know. You're one of the best golfers I know. I would not take you to a place that went up to your standards. Greens were good. Holes were right on the water. It had an Ireland field, links course. So shout out to, if you're in Ontario this summer, you're looking for a nice course to play if you're just looking for a public track, Port Hope Golf and Country Club is nice now.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, it was a
That's
go-to
incredible.
up, man.
We had the Fort Mac Golf Club, which is incredible too. My dad kept his golf cart there, had great greens, like in the forest though, so not so much links. Like you go left or right, you're done.
This one's right on Lake Ontario, but
nice.
It felt like
the Port Hope
not as
Country
good as
Club.
Ireland.
Great
Yeah.
little scorecard over there too. What is that, like a castle?
That's a yardage book. Yeah, that's the Penryn Park Mansion that was there from back in the day.
Yeah.
So they had tennis courts. You should just be nine.
What's it cost to get in there?
Fuck. Nothing.
$5,000
I think the boys told me it's 2,800 Canadian for
a
the
year.
summer.
Yeah.
For summer. I only get 4 months, 5 months.
But anyone can play.
Anyone can play.
You don't have to be like you don't have to be a shareholder.
No. It's public, but you can get a membership.
They got a beer cart there.
Wasn't out there the day I was there, but I was drinking Baileys and coffee. I tell you, it was nippy. I had the toque on. Fuck, I hit it good too.
Yeah.
I had my old clubs, my old irons.
A lot of water out there.
Not really.
No.
Not really. Just linksy.
Yeah.
Right
Bunkers.
on the windy. It felt like Ireland.
Were you hitting that fucking stinger?
Oh,
through
yeah.
the iron
Pitter
out
was
there?
loving the stinger.
How's Pitter doing?
Pitter's good. 76 years young. Knees a little fucked up, but he's
Did he
doing
break?
pretty well.
What did he break? 85.
Pitter shot. I think he shot 85 that day. Yeah.
Fucking good for him, man.
Yeah.
Didn't he shoot his age this summer?
He shot 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, right after I got my hole in one, he shot 70.
I'll tell you what. Anyone out there, what a feat. One day you can shoot your goddamn age. You're doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Right?
Pitter's doing pretty damn good because he's on the right side of the grass still.
Totally.
I said to him, if I would have asked you when you're 40 if you're going to make it to 76, would you? He said, I would have said, no way. I said, well, there you enjoy every day, Pitter.
Yeah,
So,
fucking right.
I was good to be home. Port Hope, check it out, boys. Good track. Up, dog. We got big news at DraftKings. This is right up your wheel. What do we got, baby? Tell the fellas what we got.
Oh, this is exciting, and we're proud of this. This goes out to you guys as listeners. This is a lot of hard work behind the scenes here with our boys here at Hall Pass, Max, Big Al. Missin Curfew's coming to the DraftKings Network, the action spot. DraftKings Network is the one place for passionate fans and bettors to get all in on sports and celebrate the thrill of action 24/7. Find it on your Roku channel, your Xumo Play, Samsung TV Plus, and at the DraftKingsNetwork.com. But anyway, this is it's an incredible partnership. We're pumped. This show will live live Wednesday and Friday afternoons on the DraftKings Network, DKN. I got it, it's populated on my Roku at home. So I'm checking up. You get the Levertard show on there. They've got great sports shows, fantasy sports shows, betting shows, and we are just proud to be able to jump in and try to be part of the show, steal the show.
Absolutely. And DraftKings, obviously they've helped us grow. We've grown with them. And now the fact that they're building content around, because we know how good they are. You turn on any sporting event, UFC, NFL, NHL, there's DraftKings.
Sunday ticket.
It's everywhere. Yeah. And now they're building content around it. So we're thrilled that they're giving us the opportunity. It's credit to Hall Pass, our boy Maxie back there for the production, in this offseason. In the playoffs, our commercials were great. Princey does a great job with our social media. So it's good. We're excited about it. And for you people out there, I told my mom, I said, Ma, another thing Max has got to do, there'll be no swearing in this. So if you're, So I said, Mom, check out DKN. You won't have to hear me say the F word all the time, and we'll class it up a little bit. Class it up a little bit. Yeah. So thank you to DraftKings. Uppy, thank you for your hard work. Maxie, we're excited about it. We will be right back, fellas. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Uppy's World. Party time. Excellent. I got a gift coming from you that is revolved around Uppy's World. It was your birthday gift that's a little late that I think is at my house. I think it got delivered while I was gone. So it's tied into Uppy's World because it's one of my favorite segments. So Uppy's World, party time. Excellent.
Where do we want to start? We were just in Toronto, so maybe we get back to the Toronto trip. What a trip it was. Our boys, My Morning Jacket, the Massey Hall. By the way, first off, the Massey Hall next to the Eaton Center.
Sick.
Renovated. What a cathedral. The sound sounded so damn good. I talked to our boy PJ the other day, and he's like, yeah, I got the Fact Daddy tickets to see City in Color there like last summer. And he's like, Fact Daddy loved it. But it's a staple spot in Toronto. Loops has seen some shows there.
I bet Loops has.
It was unreal. Your boy Cramper was there with the boys.
He was fucking in one, huh?
Oh,
How about when he's like, hey, I want those pictures? I'm like, I'll talk. Send those pictures over. You think she's going to post them?
So that was unreal. And then, buddy, I spent the afternoon that day, like, I was kind of bored, just cruising around. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I hadn't been there since I was, the CHL awards when I was in Kamloops, I was probably 18. So this is now like 20 years.
Yeah.
Cruised around. It's such a special place to go in. If you love hockey, if you don't understand anything about hockey, it's still amazing to go to. Got a cool little like church feel to it when you go in the Great Hall where the Stanley Cup stands, the Conn Smythe stands. I saw my boy Fact Daddy on there. It was unreal.
The Fact Daddy.
The Art Ross. And you're just like, you feel like you're in the presence of greatness when you're in there. And what stood out to me is obviously it's like Gretzky's Hall. Mm-hmm. Like there's everything on Wayne, on his father, on his family, what they've done to the game. Gordie Howe has a big shrine in there. But I loved like Pavel Bure, Solani, Correa, Grant Fuhrer, seeing the hall of like the players in the last 20 years that have all gotten in. It's pretty special.
Yeah.
And then now just a shout out to like, this year's nominees. Our boy Lundqvist is getting in there. And I'm shocked. Like I think he's 5th in all-time wins.
I know.
He's not too much older than us, like our age, but started when I started.
Yeah. Played every fucking night. Started
Played in
60 games a
MSG.
year.
The King MSG.
Yeah.
It's a goalie year. I think Tom Barrasso. Is it Mike Vernon?
Vernon's getting
getting
your
in.
boy Hitchcock?
Hitchcock's getting in.
I mean, when we were walking back from doing the Cooley show and I saw a picture of Hitch in the fucking window.
A little younger than
I'm like, holy fuck, Hitch. Like, Jay, if you just took a picture of Ken Hitchcock and put it up and said, is this the multiple question, hockey coach, Uber driver, fucking high school teacher, what you wouldn't say fucking hockey coach, right?
No, you wouldn't.
You would, like.
No, but what a career from a start in, growing up in St. Albert, Northern Alberta, to going to games as a fan and then a stick boy, and then getting a job basically like, can I work for you guys? It's kind of a great story. And you're going to hear about it, over the course of the next little while when they shed light on these guys. But what an honor. I bought Izzy and I bought Beckham a couple jerseys.
I saw that.
Okay, so Beckham's got a Connor McDavid, like old school Oilers jersey. It's badass on him. He wore it when he got home. I got him a Jack Hughes hockey stick, little mini stick.
Your boy Jack Hughes is on fire, by the way.
And then Izzy is wearing a Connor Bedard 98, new NHL. I figured why not get Izzy her first jersey. So it's a Blackhawks jersey. I sent it around to a couple of friends. They're like, Blackhawks? I'm like, it's Connor Bedard.
Yeah, you should try to get that signed by Bedard.
100%.
And keep it and be like, it was like one of the original kids' I don't know.
That's not kids' jersey. Well,
it's like when you had Obie sticking here, I was like, take that home. That's going to be worth
McDavid's signing Beckham's jersey. There's no question he's not. So it was cool that I got them each their first hockey jersey.
Yeah, I would have went to the Hall of Fame with you too. I thought you were just going to sit at Earl's there and get drunk. I was like, I'm going to go home and have a nap here before I met Jay. And the next thing I know, I see on your social, you're shooting biscuits at the Hall of Fame. I'm like, fuck, I did.
I was lighting it up. Actually,
I was lighting it up.
The crossbar in there, it's a lot bigger than it looks like when you shoot on the screen. I was sniping and it would say crossbar.
It's a malfunction.
Someone fix this.
Did you pull up your games played like, this is not right? Look, I got over 700
No, I
games.
did tell the guy, you mind videotaping this? And when I'm going to throw a couple under the bar here.
Hey, all seriousness about Kitch, though, is like, after, especially you, because you're my boy, you love to play from. I've had lots of people that played from that say he's a great guy. Like, maybe not a great guy, but a good coach.
Yeah.
They like to play for him. So,
you know what? I brought it up in the John Cooper interview that we aired last week. And I brought up, the fact that Hitch had this philosophy, right? That every team, you need to coach them until a certain point, and then the team needs to start coaching themselves to the next level if they want to win. And that was like what Hitch's explanation of the Blues was when I got there. And, and Coop said he's absolutely right. Like, I'm at the point now with this Lightning team where they have won. They've done it a lot by themselves, and they just need to go out there and coach themselves. I sit there as like okay, go.
Yeah.
But these guys know how to win now by themselves.
It wasn't a typical John Cooper Lightning team on Saturday night. I guess they gave up some leads in the playoffs too, but they're up 3-1 with 7 minutes to go. And I took the Lightning at plus 120 at home. I just thought that's a good bet. They've lost. They won the last home game, but they've lost 3 or 4. They had them, and then the Leafs, Max Domi, and that Matthew Nyes just turned it up a notch. Good for Max.
Yeah.
Max made a couple sick passes. Nyes went top titty on both of them.
Nyes first start of the night there, I think.
Yeah, him and Max, they changed the whole the momentum of the game. But Speaking about Gretzky, he used to have a restaurant in Toronto, Wayne Gretzky's restaurant. Unbelievable burger.
I know.
Used to
Great
love it.
rooftop.
Great rooftop, great burger.
The night before my draft, I met him for the first time. I had my folks up there. We're all eating dinner, and he sat with my World Junior coach, Stan Butler. Do you remember that name?
Oh, yeah.
Stan Butler.
Coach of the Brampton Battalion.
Yeah, he was. So Stan Butler was
Knocked
sitting
him
over
out
there,
in
and
the playoffs
I went
one
over to say hi, and Stan introduced me to Wayne, and then I brought my mom over, and that was the first time I met
That was when she told the story about in the airport?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
That was a great story. Hey, I want to touch on one thing on My Morning Jacket. Shout out to Sargent, this guy Sarge, and his group of buddies. So we get to Massey Hall. It's My Morning Jacket. I don't sit for My Morning Jacket. So this lady behind me asked me if I was going to stand the whole show. And I responded with, are you going to sit the whole show? So it was going nowhere fast. So I'm like, fuck it up. I'm going to go up top just to see where I can go. Get up top. These three guys, fans of the show. Obes, what the fuck? Where are you going? I'm like, boys, I need somewhere to stand. They said, stand right here. Immediately they said, where's the up dog? I said, the up dog's right there. So shout out to those boys for letting me stand with them. I had a perfect view of Jimmy. So good team guys. Thanks to those boys. I sent them some Missin Curfew swag. So thanks, boys. I want to say thank you to them. Up dog, Uppy's World. You had a little idea about Bedard for maybe make a little cheddar here.
I did.
Little hair commercial. Do you want to?
I got to be honest. I was in a conversation with my boy Travis, and it might have came from Travis's mouth.
He's part of the squad.
So I was made aware last week from you that I thought it was just like the team might get fined $2,500 if you went out with no bucket on, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure if that's like to the rookies or to all these new players, but I guess the rule, and you need to clarify this, is the rule like, if you came in the league a couple of years ago, you are no longer allowed to wear no bucky for warm-ups the rest of your career.
Can't do it.
It's like
grandfather didn't like the visor. Same as
first off, that's a joke.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a complete joke because it's warm-ups. What the hell? You just tell your players on your team not to shoot pucks from the corner off the bar and you're going to be fine.
Fucking let's be honest. Let's go.
Once every 10 years, a guy falls and, whatever. But a helmet, guy's going to fall anyway. Whatever.
I'm with you.
I think it's a great way to brand your players, for one. Second off, if it's only $2,500, let's get some sponsors involved here. So Connor Bedard, for example, kid's got, he could use a little flow maintenance. Like he's gonna have to keep his flow tight if he wants to have.
You should start taking precautions from a guy who's a little thin. Yeah. And Connor, just start. There's companies out there that could.
Yeah. No. So what better brand to align yourself with right now than like let's say Head and Shoulders, Pantene Pro V.
Yeah, Head and
Vidal Sassoon.
Head and Shoulders throws money around. Troy Polamalu back.
Totally.
Head and Shoulders.
Paul Mitchell, that Jean-Paul Giorgio, the guy that's building Zapatol down in Costa Rica. This guy, he's got tons of cash. Paul Mitchell. What have you got Paul Mitchell to go, okay, what's it going to be a year to pay all your fines? And we're going to actually make it a full campaign.
That'd be awesome.
Paying your fines. So $2,500 a night times 80. I'm not a mathematician here, but that's.
I'll do it right here, bud. Stand by.
What do I got to pay a kid? Couple $100,000.
So hold on here.
That's 100 games. 100 games.
Let's say if you just did that at home. Let's say 2,500 times 41.
Yeah,
it's $100,000.
Boom. I'll give you $250.
Yeah.
So what if they gave him $250 to be his, do 2 commercials, and then we'll cover all your fines, and it's actual league-wide campaign. We'll make a joke of it.
If I was Kyle Davidson of the Chicago Blackhawks, I would encourage that because Connor Bedard will be a better player if he goes no bucket.
Feeling it.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
And if the deal gets done, Uppy gets his 3%. I think you're.
Sure,
I think
Trav pay for that dinner that he took us out for.
Fuck, I know.
No, but like, what an idea!
It's a great idea.
Kid's got good hair right now.
I wonder what Bettman's rebuttal to that would be. Probably nothing.
And you know what? All that time wearing a helmet, it's tough on the skin.
It's tough on the monkey
butt.
bum.
Yeah, the monkey butt.
Don't I know it, bud? I know it? What am I using now? Called Happy Head.
What do you wear? Yeah.
Happy Head. You just give a little squirt here, right? A little shampoo, thickening, and conditioner. Let it sit in there for a minute. Rinse.
I use this.
Let it rinse. There you go.
I use this Night Rider.
It's all about the volume too, right? You got to get some volume.
Use a salt spray before you do the hair blow. You should try that.
Yeah,
gets it thick.
Is it going to be wavy like that?
I didn't.
Because that's got some fucking good wave to it today.
I was in one today. I need a haircut.
See the clip of fucking Princey posted of you chirping the guy in fucking Switzerland?
Oh yeah.
Your hair, it doesn't even. You look like Lundqvist back in the day when he took his helmet. Your hair is just perfect. Like you must have done it.
I was going to this hair salon in Lugano every other day. You know why? Because there was
I know why.
Good coffee shop in there.
I know
There's good coffee shop in there.
You weren't going for the coffee. But
no.
You can say that.
So, no, it was a great coffee shop. It was kind of this hipster spot. It was at a great location, Lugano, next to the casino, which I go to a lot. And I kept my hair tight there.
Well, fuck, it was working.
Yeah.
Because number 83 too, guys. Like, that's his year he's born. He's doing that.
Yeah.
Good hair, bud. Who are you chirping? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because you guys were going.
Oh, he's a good player. I loved him. He's a lifer over there.
Give me one of these.
It was the first time I played him. I didn't know who he was, and I could tell he was their best player. He played for Rapperswil.
Yeah.
And we worked him.
Your hair. I know you can't go no bucket in Europe because I wasn't allowed, but your hair was flowing, buddy. So, Uppy's World party time. Excellent. MMJ. Fucking Massey Hall. We got a sick pic in front of Massey Hall, by the way. That looks.
I know.
The way they did it looks cool.
Great.
So. DraftKings, baby. Listen, a lot of times on this show throughout Top Titty, which I think we're going to bring back. We're figuring that out. We don't get our Top Titty in.
Oh,
living on the West Coast, you miss your bets. I'll tell you what, you people on the East Coast, there's no excuses. It sucks that the games don't start till 7 because we're so used to 4 o'clock here. But man, you don't have to worry about your bets. You can go and enjoy your day, get home, have your dinner, get on your DraftKings app, and really enjoy it. So for you people on the East Coast, take advantage of that. Get your bets in. Uppy, you would have never missed it. So as painful it is to have to stay up for the late games, you never miss a bet.
I know.
Coast. I've been getting all my bets in all week. It was nice.
It has to suck though. You want to watch
it does
that Canucks game. It's on at 11. You're like, what the fuck?
No, I didn't make it. I was going to bed every night at 11 o'clock.
I know.
Maybe at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you would just turn the Canucks. Sorry, guys.
I did stay up.
Don't give them hell talks.
I did stay up to watch my Avalanche play Connor Bedard. And in Bedard's defense, it was the 5th game of a 5-game road trip. Listen, I've laid a lot of eggs at the end of a road trip, and the whole Blackhawks team was in one. But Bedard he looked at McKinnon like a couple times like, whoa,
yeah, and McCarr.
Slow the fuck down.
You know who played great that game was Sam Girardi.
Yeah.
Sam Girardi had the puck on his stick. I bet you if you counted how many seconds, he might have had the puck on his stick for over a minute and a half that game. There was one power play. He was dangled everyone like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, would someone just give me a stick on puck?
I know. I'll tell you who also played good was Peter Mrazek in net because it could have been 14-0.
I know.
It seriously could have been. It was.
I know.
The Avs are buzzing. We're going to get to them. But DraftKings, baby, on the East Coast. Get those bets in. Updog tonight, NHL Frozen Frenzy, Bucci, and I believe Kevin Weeks are doing it. All 32 teams are playing. Starts at what time here?
3 p.m. Western.
Whoa.
3 p.m. Pacific Coast.
Get the bets in, baby.
I
got a parlay from hell.
Couple hours here.
I got a parlay from hell going.
How many games? 16 games.
Every team plays tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the first time in NHL history, but it's something. Like, I don't know if there's every team plays tonight.
Are you going to watch the channel just through and through?
I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get home on my couch. I miss my couch.
What is it? Every hit, every power play, every goal?
I think it's just every fucking game they got right up there, and then they're just going to watch them all.
Well, it's the red zone.
Like your backyard, eh?
It's the red zone. Well, I had the backyard's been flowing, but
yeah. Well, it should be.
Huh?
It should be flowing.
Want to come over? Watch. It's Big Duke's birthday.
I miss my couch, man.
Big
Duke's birthday. I said happy birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little thing for him at the house tonight. I think
you got a lot of activities always. I saw you riding your bike, and what you got a family weekend?
Oh yeah, so we went down to fucking Steve Obradovich to this little bash.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people in Newport went to that.
I know, and I'll tell you what, set up for a nice little outdoor hockey match down there.
Really, I want to do a roller hockey tournament down there.
You could do it right there.
Yeah,
2 rinks.
I would love to do that down there.
They put up a bar.
Yeah,
the fucking tunes.
Who do we got to pay off in the Newport Council to get that? Hey, you got to get those.
If
permits.
Steve Obradovich put it together, I'm sure we could.
How much did he really? Yeah,
but beach volleyball. So, by the way, Teddy's wife, Alex Klingman, was a monster. She was just smashing the ball. I think her team ended up winning the women's. We left during the men's final, but this 4-on-4 beach volleyball is incredible.
She plays the Olympics, doesn't she?
Yeah, there was 10 Olympians there. And they don't make any money. So Steve was like, listen, we paid him to come, and there's like a $10,000, first place prize for men's and for the women's.
Yeah.
And these people, it was pretty intense, but great volleyball.
Yeah, I saw it all over.
A little bit better quality than us when we tried to play in that six man.
Yeah, well, they probably didn't stay out quite as late as we did.
Definitely not.
Get this guy a beer up, dog. Listen, shout out to Claude Giroux. We had Brady Tkachuk on. It'll be coming out in a couple of weeks. He told me that Claude Giroux, after practice, fires on Entourage. So, Claude Giroux, fucking get a blue light, buddy. You deserve it. I love that you got the young boys watching Entourage because that's going to make them play better. They're going to just, that show, Uppy. I told you, it helped me get to the NHL and stay in the NHL. I love that they're doing that. And I wanted to give some love to, you mentioned him a little bit earlier, Cale Makar, fastest D-man to 250 points. in the least amount of games, 241 games, Bobby Orr 247. I mean, anytime you can beat Bobby Orr at anything, I mean, this Cale Makar, man, it's impressive. So
look at the names here. Bobby Orr, Brian Leach, 253, Paul Coffey, 260, and Dennis Poff. I mean, you're up top of those five guys.
That's a nice two pairs of D right there.
Yeah,
you're going to win a lot of hockey games if you can put those four guys on the ice for half the game.
I agree, and for us to be witnessing it firsthand in front of our face, this guy being so young with all this talent and just a young career, like with a full career ahead of himself, you know, that's amazing. Amazing. I'm going to give a little love to this Alex DeBrincat. We brought him up earlier. Yeah. Alex DeBrincat leading the league in scoring. The Detroit Red Wings right now, I'm telling you, they're coming. Ville Husso in net. You got Larkin who's playing well. Perron is still just that guy that's been buzzing back and forth. Their D have been good. Listen, I like their team. A little soft spot for the Wings. I got to get my boy Fabs back healthy and back at it, but they got a great lineup, and you know,
totally. You know what? Let's stay right there. The Wings are 5-1. Vegas, Jack Eichel and our boys. They do say there's no hangovers in Vegas because you just keep fucking partying. Well, these guys are just keep partying because there's no fucking hangover here. 6-0. The Boston Bruins. Now, granted, I would say if we're going to nitpick here that their schedule hasn't exactly been, you know, the hardest thing they had to do was, you know, fly to the West Coast and probably get drunk for 3 days and play. But they're 6-0. And my Colorado Avalanche, that's right. I'm going to say my Colorado Avalanche are 6-0, and they are buzzing.
I know they are.
Like Nate McKinnon, they might need another camera out there just to track him. He's so fucking fast right now. I mean, Nathan McKinnon right now, I'm telling you, brother.
You got him for the heart,
buzzing.
Right?
Yeah, DeBrincat's throwing a little wrinkle in that right now. But
not so much, but like
Rantanen's been unbelievable.
I know.
Their third line's been great. Georgiev looks unbelievable. And listen, they're on the East Coast. They play the Islanders tonight. We'll see how it goes. But the way they look right now, up dog, they all deserve a blue light. So, and last but not least, the guy who's been battled injuries. I know you went through injuries throughout your career, so you respect this. Sean Couturier back for the Philadelphia Flyers. Get this guy a beer. He's been great. Say what you want about John Tortorella. He has his teams ready to go at the start of the season. I've been through Camp Tortorella. It's 3 days of the hardest shit you've ever been through. Then he eases you off, but you're in shape. Flyers, as of right now, the Flyers are leading the Metro. They're 3-1-1. Sean Couturier, good to see him back, Uppy. He's a good player. I'm always pulling for the Flyers.
Absolutely.
Man.
No, he is a good player, and he's been effective his whole career, and it's nice to see him back, man. The back is the back is no bueno.
No bueno.
When you got bad back, man, you know, we've all been there at days we can't get up.
Play.
If this is our boy Lupo went through it and it cut his career short, but I'm glad to see him back. I'm glad to see him healthy. The Philadelphia Flyers are a better team with him.
Absolutely. And they're fun to watch right now, man. Torts has got them going. I believe they play the Vegas Golden Knights tonight, so I will be watching that one. Up dog, it's milk carton time, fella. I'm going to start it off here. Listen, I never want to see anyone get hurt. Patrick Laine, I think he's good for the game. I wish I could shoot the puck at him. It's unfortunate that he had his fucking head down, but he had his head down. To suspend Rasmus Andersson 4 games for this, it's too much. Georgie, come on, NHL. I'm putting you on the milk carton. It shouldn't have been 4 games. If anything, to me, I thought maybe a fine, maybe 1 game. I mean, his head's down. He's going for the empty net. He steps up. Did he have to hit him? No, but he did. I'm putting him on the milk carton, up dog. That's too many games for that hit. Liney, I hope you're okay. But come on, man. It's NHL.
I know. I heard it was the roundtable of Hockey Night in Canada, too, because they're trying to take him. They're trying to appeal it so he can play in the Heritage Classic. And our boy Juice was like, it was a headshot. It was a headshot, and now you're trying to, allow him to play. And
is that what Juice is saying?
Yeah, so he said that to Elliott. Like, they wanted him to be a little lenient on the call, on the repercussions of it all.
So Juice is saying he should be able to play or shouldn't?
No, he shouldn't. He's like, no, it's a suspension. You want to push it back? You want to let him play, but then suspend him after the game type deal? That was kind of the conversation.
So that's what they did in baseball. That Abreu guy that threw it to him appealed it, and now he'll be suspended next year. So maybe you could appeal it and just, I don't know.
I mean, it's a cool game to play in, but whatever.
There's another guy that's going to be on that game that we're going to get to. We'll touch on the Heritage Classic about that as well. But you got anyone you want?
Well, I'm going to listen. We briefly talked about this earlier, and the NHL's a little bit to blame. But Connor Bedard's first 5 games, he got thrown in the trenches, right? He's played. I mean, you have started off Pitt, Boston, Montreal, Toronto, all the way to Colorado to play the Colorado Avalanche first 5 games. Let's be honest; those are media frenzy city stops. Yeah. They have him doing numerous things. On top of that, we've all played our first NHL game. We've all played our second NHL game. We've all played in our hometown, Obes. Our parents come out, watch us play every now and then. You can't, just a little message to Connor Bedard's family, who gets put on TV a lot, sitting like on the glass or whatever. Let the kid play. Let him ease into this NHL career. Watch his first couple games, but then don't follow him around like super fans. It's not perfect for him. It's not a great look. I know you love him. You want to support him. We've all been there. Sometimes less is more. And if you do come to the game, maybe get a box.
Yeah, I think
get a box.
NHL should just get him a suite.
If Connor Bedard's family's sitting in the row and they're on TV all the time, it's not a perfect look. I had a conversation with a couple really high-end Hall of Fame players, maybe the best of all time. It's not perfect to this kid to just be thrown in. I think Brian McDavid, Connor's dad, did a great job with Connor back in the day.
Yeah.
Less is more. This kid's going to have a long career, a lot of pressure on him right now. Let him just go play the game.
Yeah, well said. And like you said, you touched on, obviously you want to support them. They're excited. Just to his old man, take a breather. Breathe, brother. You're gonna probably watch.
You're gonna watch him score 500.
You're gonna probably watch 1,500 of these games, right? And I get it. He's young. There's a lot of pressure on him. I used to love when my parents came to the game. When I saw my parents before the game, I loved them. But then I didn't want to see him the rest of the game, right? I didn't want to know where they were sitting. Just see him after. So I'm with you. Less is more for his family. His dad's all charged up. So well said by you. And I can't believe I'm about to do this because I love this guy so much, and he's talking about a Hall of Famer. I'm doing this to get him going. Obie, I'm doing this to get you going, buddy. I'm going to put Alex Ovechkin on the milk carton. He does not have a goal yet. He went 2 games without a shot on goal for the first time in his career. Father Time is undefeated. You talk about Gretzky.
Father Time.
Gretzky, I think deep down has said he wants him to beat wants him to get break his record. I don't know if that's true or not. Only Gretzky knows deep down, but I'm kind of pulling for Obie. So, Obie, I'm just putting you on here to get you going, buddy. Get those legs pumping. Get to that one-timer spot. But right now, fella, I got to throw you on the milk carton, even though you're so sick and rich and fucking going to be a Hall of Famer.
It's not the wrong thing. It's not the wrong thing to do.
God, man.
No, you're helping him.
Shot on net.
No, it's okay.
Washington's in one, man.
I know they are.
I almost picked them to make the playoffs, and you and Loops talked me out of it, but Kemper, man.
Yeah. No, it stems deeper than Kemper.
Yeah, but he's part of the problem.
Yeah. It would be nice to see our boy Tom Wilson get out of there. It would have been nice.
I know. We'll see how that unfolds. And then last but not least, Up Dog, I'm going to put myself on the milk carton. Nobody has ripped Justin Hall more than me. I ripped him in Toronto. I ripped Stevie O.I. when he signed him. Well, he's sticking it right up my ass. He's +9. He's leading the NHL in plus-minus. So that just goes to show you a change of scenery. Good for him. Way to prove me wrong. So, Obie, you are on the milk carton. You are on the milk carton, fella. Injury report, Up Dog. Let's start right here, right in your old backyard. 97. They're saying he's out 1 to 2 weeks. I saw the play. Yeah, I've been there. Where you're like, holy fuck, what's that? And then they were showing his lips on the bench that he might have said I tore something. Well, what's your initial reaction? I hope he's not out very long, but I would say this: it's early in the year. I would say rest him now. Right? If you've 1 or 2 weeks, maybe give him a 3rd week. I don't know, Ups. What's your thought on that?
No, you just touched on it. Rest is a weapon.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long year, and you are screwed if you do not have him. Right? You are done. So, figure out what it is. Get the proper diagnosis. Do not rush him back. Try to find a way to get other guys going in the lineup, which is what they're going to do. I read an article. It was Jason Gregor put out this thing saying the last time Connor missed some games was like 2020. He missed a stretch of 5 or 6 games, and this is what happened, right? They went, I think it was, they went 4-1-1. It showed who stepped up, who played with each other, who got the points. And this just gives you, as you know, this gives every guy an opportunity right now when their team is struggling, gives every guy an opportunity to step up, play outside his shell, let's say, and make a name for yourself. Make the city, make the team, make the coaches, make your teammates all realize that if you have a chance and given an opportunity, you're going to step up and do something with it.
Fuck yeah.
They need players to step up.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Right?
Brother.
You got a chance to do something now without Connor on your team. And this, everyone says without Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, this team's really nobody. Well, prove people wrong. Now's your chance.
Totally. No, dude, that's exactly what I was going to say. And like, if you're on that team and you're a role player or you're Warren Fogle, Vander Kane, obviously Kane said what he said about not playing many minutes. Now Kane's going to get more of an opportunity. Connor Brown, I know you've been out for a long time. Dylan Holloway, you're a first-round fucking pick. Ryan McLeod. Like, let's go, boys. Let's fucking go here. Like, they're in one. I watched them play the other night against Winnipeg, and, shout out to Connor Hollaback. He played unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kept them in the game. But once again, the Oilers, couple breakdowns, end up losing that game in overtime. I know it's early, Uppy, but I'm with you. These guys pick up the slack for Connor. It's easier said than done, but the time is now for some of these guys, Uppy. They got to get it going. And I just wanted to say to our boy Rick Bowness, his wife had a stroke. He took a leave of absence from the team, or it's not a stroke, sorry. She had a seizure. I apologize. But anyway, Bonesy, we're thinking about him.
Of course.
I love Rick Bowness, man, so I hope he's doing well. But Oil time, let's go, right?
Yeah, well, and then this is, I look at the lineup here, and they have right now Kane, Draisaitl, and a guy that it has been a great pickup for them, a veteran guy, Matthias Janmark, who this is why you pick up vets.
Totally.
Because you give them an opportunity to show all these young guys who haven't done anything what it takes to earn a spot on the top line, right? This guy's been through, years and years of playing hard games, playing different positions up and down the lineup, and I think he deserves the spot. Why throw a young kid up on that line right now? Watch what this guy does. Watch how hard Janmark plays the next couple games to try to pick up the slack for these guys. And if you see that effort, young guys, follow it. Get outside your fucking shell.
Yeah, I agree. And I love that. I'm with you. I love that they're giving Janmark an opportunity to play up there with Kane and Draisaitl. And I think Draisaitl is going to step up and be even better with 97 out for a little bit. Oilers go into Minnesota tonight. But I'm looking at Dylan Holloway and Ryan McLeod. I'm looking at you, Fogle. Come on, boys. Let's get it going here hold the fort for Connor, because we need the Oilers in the playoffs. So, Connor, rest up, buddy. We need you back. You're great for the game, as everyone knows. But I know that feeling up, dog.
Yeah. What did he say? He said
he just kind of went like that. He said to the trainer on the bench, but I
tweaked something.
Tweaked, maybe.
Tweaked.
Yeah, fucking tweaker.
I think he tweaked something.
Yeah, I hope it's just a little tweak. A little massage will straighten that out for you.
The time I tweaked my neck by going to old missionary there. It wasn't perfect. I'm like, I think I just put myself on the IR.
I can't play tonight. I got up, dog, around the National League here. Winnipeg Jets, lowest attendance since they've been back, 11,000 fans. That's not good. I would say to the fans of Winnipeg, I get that you're probably frustrated, but think about when you didn't have a team, right? Like, don't not go to the games unless you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, and listen, times are tight, especially back home.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yep.
Maybe I'm talking above over my skis here, but like, if you're trying to prove a point, let's not do that, because you already lost the team once. We need hockey in Winnipeg. Get out there, right?
Well, I agree, man. I couldn't. You can't say it any better. I don't know why. It's not the middle of winter yet. I understand the middle of winter. You don't want to go there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to leave my house either.
That's true.
But that's your team.
Support them.
Before you know it, man, if you don't show up to these games, you don't support your team at the beginning of the season, like you just said, they go.
I know. Like,
they go.
They already have a rink that's a little bit too small for the NHL by NHL standards, unless we're going to talk Mold Arena, but it's already a smaller city, the Canadian dollar. I don't know. I just, when I saw this, I was like, we don't need this to happen again to Winnipeg. There's too many good fans, too many good people. Get out there and support the team. Up, dog, this one around the National League, this one hit home to me. Jake DeBrusk. Love Jake DeBrusk. Love his old man. Was out in L.A., slept in for a team meeting. As I said, it could happen to anyone. It could happen to anyone. So, Jake, shake it off. The veteran guys in Boston will have his back.
Shake it off. He did. Next game, fucking lit it up against Anaheim. Oh, boy.
That's how you shake it off.
That's how you do it. You got a back-to-back with Anaheim with a short change up to 4:05.
Yeah.
Okay, so they played 7 o'clock in L.A., then they get that 5 o'clock Sunday match here, knowing that they're staying over. The boys are staying over.
It's a good feeling.
He steps up. I think he came down 2-on-1, shot at far pad, guy taps it in. Boom, got the boys going. That's how you step up. That's a veteran guy knowing that, PH squared, baby.
Yeah, good for you, Jake. I love your game. Fuck, I wish I was.
Guess he just slept through his alarm. Anyone can do that.
I said if I was a coach, I would say twice a year. Twice a year, you can fucking text the trainer or text whoever, say, I'm not coming in today. And no excuse, no excuse necessary. Twice a year, no excuse necessary. And for you people out there, because Princey posted on our social media, for you guys that are chirping, oh, they're not professional. How many times have you got drunk and slept in for work? And you're going to say, I know it's the NHL, and you're right, it's a privilege and an honor to play in the NHL. These guys are still human beings. He made a mistake. Updog said he bounced back the next night. I love it. You only go to LA once. You got to enjoy it if you're on the East Coast, baby.
Friday night.
You got to enjoy it.
He had a good Friday. He must have.
Where'd he go, man?
Who knows?
Yeah, who
who
knows?
knows? This is just great.
Speaking of the Ducks, I want to give them some love. The 30th anniversary uniforms, the eggplant and teal, they look unbelievable.
They do.
Bring them back, baby. Bring them back. And I just wanted to touch on the shout out to the Columbus Blue Jackets. That was hilarious, giving Jonathan Quick a tribute. That was awesome.
He was on their team for like 45 minutes.
Hey, Quickie
4 hours.
Quickie loved it too. Quickie was just loving it, laughing. So, Bus, good on you. Couple more things I just want to touch on real quick, Updog. Shout out to Drake Batherson and Brady Tkachuk. Those guys are beauties. Listen, I watched Ottawa play when I was home. Fuck, their power play is lethal. They got that Josh Norris back.
Yeah.
He's fucking legit. Batherson down low. Brady in front. Sanderson working the line. Their power play. Stutzel, or whatever his name is. He's nasty too, man.
He is nasty.
He is nasty. And I love the black old school Ottawa uniforms. I'm on board with Ottawa, man. I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
They got a little old school in them, right?
I love them.
Back in the day?
I love them, man.
Little Wade Redden, Alfredson,
they just
Phillips.
They're built
Neil.
the right way. Like,
Yeah.
oh, man. Neil,
Right?
that
But
guy
they got
was-
a good team. Tough
was a
team.
killer.
Yeah.
And last but not least, shout out to Big Walt. Big Walt going in the St. Louis Blues Hall of Fame. Great job by our boy Chucky and Brady. And in typical Walt fashion, he's sitting outside, fucking smoking a cigar.
In the backyard.
And they brought up Pavel Dimitra. God rest his soul. Demo was one of my favorite teammates I ever had in Vancouver. You could see Big Walt got emotional when he realized he was going in with him. So Demo, congrats, buddy. Everybody still misses you, but Big Walt, well deserved, man.
Yeah,
we might have to go in
absolutely,
for that. We might have to go in for that.
Did they set a date?
I don't know, but let's go in.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go in for that.
Should go in for My Morning Jacket, too.
When do they play there? Are they playing there?
Yeah, this month.
Are they?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
And then last but not least,
St. Louis? No.
yeah, well, fuck,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
But I didn't leave I went to, what was that steakhouse
Seasons?
right downtown?
No idea.
Come on, right by the barn there.
Brutal one?
It was all right. I think it's is it called Joe Buck's or Bucky's? Or I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's right downtown.
I would not
Yeah,
go
you-
downtown.
But I listen, when St. Louis was on my schedule, that was highlighted as dinner and rest.
Yeah.
Lots of rest.
Ice cream in the room.
But yeah. I'll tell you what, my rookie year, it happened to fall that we were in St. Louis when the Cardinals won the World Series, and we went and partied with Jim Edmonds, and we had a fucking night. And in typical not in Randy Carlisle fashion, we stayed out till we had to be on the bus basically, and then we got back to the hotel, and he's like, practice is canceled. And me and the boys looked at each other, we're like,
Thank God.
thank God.
Yeah.
But I did have one good night in St. Louis.
Nice.
No, I didn't live
That's
there.
a good little town.
But
Great
on the
town.
road, before you went there, that was a road city that you were catching up
Oh,
on
yeah. I
sleep.
want to sleep. Yeah.
Want to sleep.
Unless
Gosh,
you want to venture across the river there.
that's when we partied with Jim Edmonds across the river.
Did you?
Yeah. Good strip club there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last but not least here, we are pushing hard for no more salary cap. Luxury tax. Well, for the first time in NHL history, the average team is valued at over $1 billion. So for you guys out there that say the owners aren't making any money, I'm not buying it up, dog.
No.
And let's get
Especially
rid of
when
the
they
cap.
can sell their team and make it on the back end. Pay a little capital gains.
You know something about that, don't
Yeah.
you?
Fuck me.
Anyways, it's good for the league. The league's healthy. I just want to see these guys make as much money as they can. But and I'm sick of the salary cap, man. Let's just get a luxury tax. That's the way of the
Which one
world.
of these
The rich.
squads would you like to own if you could own anyone?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Would you?
Yeah. Actually,
But they're in Canada.
you know what I would probably the New York Rangers or the LA Kings, just, for those two cities.
I'd like to see the Flyers get some new ownership.
Would you?
Yeah,
They're playing well.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go private again. Have a little family oriented. It was such a good family back when Ed Snyder owned the team.
The average
like
team
corporate ownership
is
just
valued at over $1
bullshit.
billion. So does that mean every team's over $1 billion, or am I reading that wrong?
For the first time ever in the average team. No, the average team. So out of when you calculate, so 16.
So not every team's worth $1 billion.
16 teams are over it. 16 teams might be below it, but it averages over it. Right.
Yeah,
That's
I read that.
okay.
Either way, they're making money, right?
We're not here to be like
Pay the bills.
we're not tech.
I would like
techie,
to own the New York Rangers.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Imagine coming in the owner's box there, right? Bring in whoever you want.
Get VIP the Sphere.
Go to Due West after the game.
Yeah.
Is Up and Down still there? Is that the place, Up and Down?
Yeah, but I don't think you should go there. Halloween
I
party.
can go everywhere. If I own the Rangers, I'd go everywhere. No, you know what? I'd have the helicopter waiting, and I go right out to my place in the Hamptons after the game, right? Fly everyone out there in the helicopter, have the shaker out there after the game, right? Or at your sick penthouse in Manhattan.
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking.
Jeter style.
Text Mac L, say, fella, let's go. So, Up Dog, good seeing you, buddy. Missed you. Maxie, Alex, Hall Pass Media, DraftKings, we love you. That was Missin Curfew.
Fella.